It is time to replant some tomatoes. Yay! While I'm repotting tomatoes, my husband is removing the skid runners, lifts for the car that he made to the front yard, and I'll help him with the second one and we'll get that one moved. While I help my husband, the camera falls, and we'll get that straightened out shortly. You'll see my pretty face again. Yep, there I am. And, well, camera angle still sucks, but I'm up at that left-hand corner. You'll see my hands up at the left corner, just working away, trying to separate tomato plants and put them in new pots. And as I'm doing that, my husband is preparing the front yard, and then he is leaving to go to Menards to go get some stuff. Grabbing some more pots to put all of these tomato plants into. Let me put these small ones into the smaller pot because I don't have enough big pots for all of these plants. But, you know, we're working with what we're working with. Once I finish with these, I'm going to move on to another little solo cup. As you see here, I pull them out. There are too many plants in one solo cup, so we are trying to separate those. And I find the best way to separate those plants is to just shake. As you'll see, those roots slightly pull away as after you've given enough time. These are being rather stubborn, and that's okay, that happens, but they will separate eventually. And some of them you can just tell when they're not going to, and you just decide, okay, you're holding on to your friend for dear life, so I'm gonna let you two live together because you two really want each other, and that's fine. I'll let you be. And sometimes you run into that, but other times, for the most part, they always separate, and I love that. Let me grab a couple more bins and we'll continue. Contemplating everything I started and wondering, there's no possible way I'm gonna get all of these solo cups into pots. So that was me making the decision that this is probably going to be my last one once I get these planted. I took on more than I thought, and I told my husband to grab these plants and carry them out front to the runners, right? Because I was so excited that the runner, and then I remembered that no, the runners aren't protected from the deer yet, and these plants would be eaten overnight if I let them be out front. So that's kind of where I made the decision to stop. Really, that's kind of how that worked. I wanted to show you the runners that my husband moved out front, and this is where we moved all those plants to, and then was like, that's a bad idea, is it? Because the deer could just walk up and eat those. Oh, by the way, camera flip, totally fun. All those plants, look at all the plants that I did, and also the plants that I'm gonna have to take inside, those, and this little guy that I also have to take inside. Oh, and the rosemary plants that my husband got me, and then the pile of weeds that I weeded earlier, and the wheelbarrow that my husband grabbed, and I'm gonna put those weeds somewhere, and have a good